getting started into the main match. Tiki with TKI, 5-Han with C-Spin. Tiki goes into a fractal LSD, sends the 17 spike, but in response they are granted a beautiful well, as 5-Han is in a bit of trouble here after getting what was sent from their attack is now being countered back with receiving it. Tiki with an insane 31 spike from TSDs and Tetris's flying over to 5-Han to create that massive attack. And Tiki strikes first. Tiki starting off with TKI as 5-Han goes to start with C-Spin into double TSD. Tiki was off on their board for a little bit, but sends an attack, and that attack kills. Tiki takes the second point. So, 5-Han with the C-Spin opener, but finds a floater to almost cancel it out. It finds a way to take care of the garbage. Tiki needs to find a way to take care of it, but can't do it. 5-Han is now on the board 2-1. I'm not yawning like crazy. Tiki sets up a fractal and sends it over. 5-Han building a great LSD, but has to break the surge. Regains his LSD, but sends the 4 surge. Tiki, now with the 7 surge, finds the L-spin to keep the surge going. It's an 8-10. Breaks it at 10 to send a 22-23 spike. But 5-Han is now going to respond with an 11 surge that's being built up right now. It's now at 12, 13, 14, 15. Sends it at 15, but Tiki had responded with a massive attack at 5-Han, had to cancel out with his surge. But 5-Han now starting to build up his surge again. Tiki built his surge. In a bit of trouble here, but is okay now. Tiki in a bit of trouble here. Can't get the right pieces in time. 5-Han ties it up after setting a crazy amount of pressure and attack. Tiki starting off with TKI. That's like a tongue twister. Tiki takes AI. Tiki with a massive well of RNG, but misdrops the eyepiece, has to break his surge, is now in a bit of trouble here, but he is okay. Denies the surge. Is now at the bottom of their board after a massive well. That could have been very dangerous for 5-Han, but had to send the surge to make sure everything will be okay. 5-Han misdrops the eyepiece, and Tiki regains the lead. Tiki with the TSC tower finds the S-spin, getting the 10 surge, but has to break it, and instead takes out 5-Han in the process, increasing the lead by 2. It is now 4-2 for Tiki. Five-Han with the C-spin, getting the perfect RNG. Tiki with the J-spin finds another perfect situation for him as he has sent an S-spin and 2 Tetrises to build a 10 surge. 5-Han is in a bit of trouble here after a couple of misdrops and he can't get out of it. Perfect. Tiki expands his lead even more, 5-2. Tiki starting off with TKI. 5-Han with the PCO extend. 500 in a bit of trouble here. With the 10 surge, breaks it, sends it at 12 spike as 500 is at the top of his board, send it to 31-33 spike, and Tiki says no, I will not take it. Instead, return it with a 14 spike. With a miss drop, 500 is in a bit of trouble here as Tiki slowly pulls away with his lead of 6-2. Five building a beautiful stack right now, sending spins like crazy. But Tiki has now built his 8 surge. 11, 12, 13. He's going crazy right now with this and sends it at 14. But 500 counters it with the 20 spike to cancel it out. Oh, misdrops the Z piece. Tiki has some good RNG right now with the pieces and the spins to rebuild his surge back to 10. And it's now at 11, 12, 13. Sets it up for the 17 surge into the 37 spike. 500 is now in a bit of trouble here and he can't get the right pieces in time. Tiki has taken another point. Tiki with the TKI, same with 500 going into a LST. 500 with his S-spin. Both players at a pretty big surge. Tiki had to break his. But 500 sends his at 11. 500 is now at the bottom of this board. Tiki is slowly getting to the middle, but sends the Tetris to get back to the bottom. Is now building up for the... Oh no! He misdrops! He was building up for the fractal and then misdropped the T-piece, which costed him the round, and that misdrop was detrimental to him. Five-on with the C-spin builds up to extend for the Tetris and the TSD into the 7-8 surge and sends it. For the 27 spike, Tiki has some great garbage to deal with right now. With a perfect well. Sends the TSD and the Tetris. 5-on in a bit of trouble again. 5-on is struggling to get the right pieces on time to get out of sticky situations at the top of the board. 5-on going back to C-spin. Tiki going with TKI. Variation as 5-on finds the clear, puts Tiki in a bit of a rough shape at the top of the board, but finds a way to get out of it. Tiki is in trouble here after 5-on sends over a 25 spike, and 5-on breaks the lead in half. Tiki with TKI, 5-on with C-spin into another double TSC. It's sending spins like it's no tomorrow into a surge that Tiki responds with for a 19 spike to a 4th surge now from Tiki. Breaks it to defend. Tiki going absolutely crazy right now. He is defending this attack like it's crazy, but he doesn't have the right pieces now. 5-on is slowly crawling back from the 8-2 down score. 5-on going back to C-spin. Tiki with TKI slowly building on the left side to stride to send an attack on the right, but finds the TSD to another Tetris. 5-on with the combo for the 15 surge now. After Tiki misdrops the T-piece, it can't get it taken care of. 5-on with the 6 point has now been down to 2 wins to come back. Tiki finds the color clear from the TKI opener. 5-on with the 6-3 build. 5-on with a 13 surge. Tiki is now at 8, 9, 10. As 5-on keeps on building to 17, 18, sends it. Tiki cancels out and has a perfect well on the right to send an attack for the 6 surge, 7 surge. As 5-on also has a 7, but Tiki with the perfect attack to send the 33 spike. 5-on cancels it. Five-on is playing great defense right now, but they missed the Z-spin, the Z-piece misdrop costed them the defense. And 5-on, nice, with the 9-6. Point differential. Tiki with a color clear into Tetris. Can't get anything going right now, as 5-on has a 13, 15 surge built up. That keeps on going. Tiki's gonna have to find a way to get rid of it, as 5-on sends it. And Tiki counters the surge, taking out 5-on in the process and putting Tiki in the lead 10-6. Tiki going with TKI into the PC. Both players cancel each other out. 5-on finds the 15 spike. I'm playing very defensive right now. Both players playing very well right now. As Tiki finds the TST. Couldn't find anything right now, so he had to break his back-to-back chain. But finds the TSS. As 5-on builds a 9 surge for the 15 spike. Tiki finds a way to get out of it while sending a Tetris and a TSD. 5-on in a bit of trouble here. Gets out of it, but will have to take care of some cheese as well. Is now at the bottom of the board, but misdrops the eyepiece. They take care of it nicely as Tiki sends the TSD into the into the Tetris. As 5-on is now going to have to deal with 11, 12 spike surge into 31 spike from a 12 spike surge. 5-on takes it nicely and is now in the middle of their board as we move into mid game. Tiki is now at 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Keeps on going. Tiki will not stop. Is now at 14. Is now in a bit of trouble here. Finds a way to continue the surge and sends a TST into the surge. Cancels out the attack from 5-on. 5-on is now finding garbage to send to Tiki. Almost put Tiki in some trouble there, but Tiki found a way out of it. 5-on finding the garbage into a fractal, waiting for this extra T-piece, but couldn't come in time, but still finds an attack properly. Tiki was at the top of the board, but finds a way out of it. They now have well on their right side, is now into the middle for the 4 surge spike. Being built up into 6, sends it. 14 spike. Having a perfect well in the middle. And Tiki takes the win. Tiki will now move on to Grand Finals, taking out 5-on 11-6. This will be the first top 8 match rematch.